Hey everybody, I'm here with the Casio G-Shock GW-9100-1 Gulfman. It's solar powered, which means that you'll be able to get solar power on this watch and not run out of battery. The battery is rated on 20 years, which means that you can have recharges last you up to 20 years before you have to change a battery on this watch. That was a big selling point for me. It also has an atomic clock, if you can notice up here, and basically what the atomic clock does is it syncs to atomic clocks around the world, such as Germany, Japan, the UK, and the US, and it even syncs. It's sunk for me while I was sleeping a few times. The watch actually makes contact with the tower in Colorado, and it gives me the exact day, the time. I think it says it's the worst case scenario, it's off by 5 seconds, but it's very accurate, and you shouldn't have a problem with it. That was another selling point for me, that it did have that atomic clock feature. It also has a titanium ring around the front of the watch, which is a nice fashion statement there. And it's also going to be rust proof. If you notice on the back, it has a titanium backing on it, with a turtle with a satellite hanging off its back. The watch is rust resistant, as I said before, and it's also waterproof up to 20 bar. And what that means, I've done the research on it, what that means is 20 bar equals 200 meters, and I know that there's 3 feet in a meter, so it can go up to 600 feet underwater. So it'd be a perfect scuba diving watch should you need it for that. Now getting down to the features, first off on the watch, what you're first going to notice is that there is a day and a time, and at the top, if you hit the adjust button, it'll go and actually give you the day, which is Thursday right now, or you could just put it back and let you know that it's February 18th. The watch also has, if you hit the feature button, it has world time, which is good if you have family members in other countries, or if you're a traveler and you go to other countries and cities throughout the world. It's good to have that feature. Moving along, you have a stopwatch where you can basically time yourself, and it also has a split time should you need that function. Moving on again, you have a timer. You could set the time from 60 minutes all the way down to 1 minute, and once it actually expires and goes down to 1 minute, you get a nice chime to let you know that the time has expired. Also notice, if you could, at the top of this watch, while you're in timer mode, you have the actual time. It's moved up here, so it's a nice little feature that they added there. There's 5 different alarms that you could set on this watch, and what you do is you just you could set the first one, moving on to the second one, third, fourth, fifth. You have 5 different alarms that you could use throughout the day. It's really good if you have someone that has to take medication and be reminded, or fill in the blank. You can. It's a really neat watch with those 5 alarms. I remember as a kid growing up, you only had that one alarm that went out throughout the day. It's really helpful to have the 5 alarms. There's a light feature here. Let's see if you can see it. If I hit it, goes on. Let's try it again. It's about 1.5 seconds that it lasts for, and that's probably one of the only drawbacks that I have on this phone, on this watch, because it's not long enough. If you're putting it on in the middle of the night, you have to really be looking at it intently in order to get the time. That's the only drawback I have on this watch. The alarm chime isn't the loudest alarm chime that I've ever heard, but it is serviceable, and I think you're going to enjoy it. The design of this watch is absolutely fantastic to me, and I'm a person who is very finicky about design and appearance when it comes to a watch, and I absolutely love this design. It's almost got like a military type design to it, but without being too over the top. and boy is it rugged. It's a rugged watch. I've had a couple of hits on it, and you know, not a scratch on the screen. I have 2 dogs, and they scratched the heck out of the watch, and you know what, there's no evidence that they've ever even touched it. I don't even realize I'm wearing it throughout the day. I've had it for 2 weeks now, and I guess the best thing about the design is that I don't feel like I'm wearing it. Like, I'll turn to it like whenever I need to know the time, and then I forget about it. So it kind of disappears onto your body, and you don't really feel like it's there. I'd rate this watch, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, an 8.5. And I'm being very critical because this is a watch that I picked after trying out a bunch of them. Other watches would have features such as you know, tide graph, altitude, temperature detection, and I really didn't feel like I needed all of that. You know, I wanted a base watch that was really comfortable and easy to read, and this one actually fit the bill. I don't think I'd ever be able to find a 10 with regards to rating. So this is probably the closest thing to perfection that I feel you can come to. Overall, I would recommend this watch to anyone. And actually, I had a family member a couple days ago have me order them one because they loved it so much. They tried it on, they saw all the features, and they absolutely fell in love with it. You can get this on eBay as of right now for, at the time of this taping, for roughly $140, and that's about what you're going to pay with it wrapped up and delivered to your door with shipping and all. But overall, again, I think it's a sound watch. You're not going to regret buying this watch, and good luck with it should you buy it. Thanks for watching my review. Have a good day.